I'm sure that's what people think all the time, but that's okay. I don't care. Hello friends, welcome to another video. We are on a little 2-day holiday to come and see my great aunt, and Dad's just filling up the motorhome with water, so Mum and I are going to take a walk and look for any potential bitching points, see which one we like the best. But it's really nice weather, it's a nice day for a walk. We should have brought our bird feeder. How cute! That's the tube we need for the squirrels, but it still wouldn't work. They'd still get to the bird feeders somehow. Well, we're pitched, now we're exploring, and we found Bugling Palace. I mean, it's actually pretty cool. Originally I was looking at it from this side as I was walking up, and I was like, oh, it must be like a bee hotel, because I saw all the bamboo on the bottom. That's pretty cool. Bugling Palace. But yeah, we've pitched our tent. Now we're exploring. There only really seems to be woods to explore, which is okay because it's really nice weather for it. I do like being in the woods. So I'm not complaining. I'm just taking you along for the journey and watching for people looking at me, thinking, what is this girl doing with her phone? Is she a weirdo? I'm sure that's what people think all the time. But that's okay. I don't care. I wondered why all the trees were in a straight line.
Yeah, it was mostly fir trees, and what they've been doing is removing the fir trees and planting native trees.
That's a good idea. So we're now going to take a walk through Thetford Forest, the largest man-made, and at one point was an army training base. The largest man-made forest in Europe.
Is it an army training base for the desert bats?
Is it bats or rats?
Rats. Desert rats.
Under Montgomery, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
We once lost
Not surprised if it's the biggest.
well, and they're all the same, you see. There were no, when we did it, there were no little thingies telling you the way, alarms or anything. And we had to sit or stand and listen and think, where's the traffic coming from?
And then try and find a way.
Try and walk towards the traffic noise. So we eventually found ourselves on the road, but then we had 2 more walk to the car.
Oh. At least you found the road.
That's right.
Oh, there's a little teepee over here. I mean, I tried to get up at 6 AM, unsuccessfully, but I definitely couldn't if I was staying up until 12 PM. So for anyone staying up until 11:59 PM, well done to you for being able to get up at 6, because I couldn't do it. I must say, it's very peaceful walking in these woods, and it's so nice to feel a breeze, because in the sun it is so hot. We're now walking off the beaten track, as it were, and we're finding the foundations of the bunkers that they had here in the forest. So this, currently walking on a concrete foundation for one of the bunkhouses, and then we found some steps behind us. I must say, I do enjoy exploring when there's like explory things to see. Yeah. I was just wondering the same thing, if this was where the tanks came. Let's go have a little explore. Have a little explore of these possible tank tracks. I mean, they are quite deep, and I don't expect that a tractor would have come through here. So these tracks come down here and look like they continue off over there. So that must have been maybe where the base was or something. But then here's another one of the bases or the plot where maybe one of the bunkers were. It's kind of cool that it's still sort of here and it hasn't completely gone. That looks like it might be another one just there. Yeah, I walked up here and saw them go off, and so I walked over there. So there's the tracks one way, and there they are the other way.
They're not your standard cycle track.
Definitely not. Looks like another bunker base there. Except that one's filled with nettles. I'm not going in there. On the road again. On some kind of road again. I was trying to work out if and when this museum would be open while we're here, but I couldn't find anything online about it.
Yeah.
I could find something about the Desert Rats Memorial, but not about the opening of the museum. Which is a shame, because it kind of looks like it would be a cool place to go and explore and learn more about what this place was.
But not the passport.
Well, this is like walking in Florida right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. So
Yes, I'm
nobody's
quite...
going anywhere fast, and you can't wait to get back into the shade.
Yeah. It's apparently hotter here than in Barbados.
Really?
Ooh!
We're going to Barbados.
It doesn't feel like Barbados.
Is that a song?
No,
It is,
sing.
yeah, we're going to Barbados. Probably off James Bond or something.
Do we know where we're going? No. Do we mind? No. But we're following the signs. Like this one. We're not following the signs, we're going back to the shade.
I'm feeling like Brent said she wants to get lost. Wanting adventure.
Looks like more tank traps. Tank traps? That's a different thing. Do I follow them down the path? Or do I try and walk down one of these? Just to see where it goes. I guess it kind of puts into perspective how big these tank's caterpillars were. I'm assuming I'll be able to join the path at some point. I might join back now, just in case. If you've seen Prince Caspian, you'll know what I'm talking about, the scene where they're in the ferns and Rippichi appears as they're being chased by Telmarines. Just me? Only me? Okay, that's cool.
I'm going for an ash. I'm trying to
An
think of
ash
the-
tree?
No ash tree has
trying
a
to
light,
think
light trunk, doesn't it?
Trying to think.
Watch it be a maple tree. So apparently beech tree, oak tree, an acer.
This is a genus of trees
Japanese, isn't it?
and shrubs commonly known as maples.
Maple.
Ah, there you
Well, there you go.
I said that, watch it be a maple.
I wasn't that far then.
I feel like this is also a very common tree.
I'm sure it is. There's none of them unusual.
Hawthorn.
Yeah,
I know it's not.
That's a bush.
Right the last.
You were,
don't
weren't you?
Hawthorn's a bush, isn't it?
Being dismissive.
Hazel.
Hazel.
So
Oh.
that's where you get your
I nearly
hazelnuts
said it's
from.
a hazelnut.
Oh, they are there.
Should have gone. Nearly said hazel.
There's a hazelnut.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily an edible hazelnut though.
Is that what a hazelnut looks
There's
like?
different types.
Yes, when it before you take it out of the shell, whatever it's called.
I would never have thought that's what a hazelnut would look like.
It's very pretty.
I've just realised another character in the Hunger Games that's named after a tree. Gail's mum is called Hazel. Or Hazel, depending on if you're listening to the audiobook, because that's how she pronounces it on the audiobook. But duh! Of course Hazel's the name of a tree. Actually, no. I did just say I didn't realise that hazelnuts came from a tree. No, did I say that? I said I didn't think they'd look like that. Hey, you learn something new every day. Every day. So we've stopped at the side of the road in a nice little lay-by for some lunch on our way home. And it's quite amazing how just being in a different part of the country can feel like a completely different world. I kind of feel a little bit like I'm in America. I can hear the crickets or grasshoppers. Did you say it was like driving around the Midwest?
Yeah, not that bit, but driven around the Midwest. Well, it has that, when you've seen TV programmes and stuff about the Midwest, it kind of has that feel to it for me. Just because there's no real fences, it just kind of goes into farmland.
Just goes on forever as well. You don't get that at home. Too many hills. Ah, the breeze. Don't get me wrong. I like travelling in the motorhome, but you don't get a breeze in the back.
It's hot today.
Air conditioning doesn't reach that far, but we're enjoying the journey. Oh, this is like Nettle City. Ooh, this is a pretty filter. I mean, it's not a filter, but it's the still filtering of light. That was pretty. Shade in trees is our equivalent to air conditioning.